When the Containerization and Intermodal Institute was founded in 1960, it was known as the Bulk Packaging and Containerization Institute. Covering that first meeting was a knowledgeable and feisty maritime reporter from the Baltimore Sun, Helen Delich Bentley. The container industry was an infant business, then only 4 years old. The Honorable Helen Delich Bentley became an ardent supporter, expert, and dependable promoter of the innovation of containerization in the movement of goods in international trade, and a real friend of its founder, Malcolm McLean. She was the second recipient of the Connie Award and served on our board of directors until the day she died at age 92 in August. Mrs. Bentley was a true American maritime pioneer who began her career as a journalist, became a government official, and was elected to Congress for 5 terms. Throughout her career, she tirelessly promoted 2 issues: the advancement of America's industrial manufacturing base and its maritime community as it morphed into cellular shipping.
And I challenge anybody, anytime, to find any other business that puts more money into the pockets of more people.
Helen Delich was born in the copper mining town of Ruth, Nevada, to Serbian immigrant parents. She received scholarships to study journalism at the University of Missouri, graduating in 1944. Not long after, the Baltimore Sun offered her a position where she initially reported on labor and union matters. After a while, she asked for a change, and her editors dispatched her to the waterfront to see what stories she could find at the port, a beat the newspaper had neglected during World War II. She had never seen a ship or the ocean. It was a tough, male-dominated environment, but she loved it, finding a never-ending stream of interesting stories. Television began in 1948, and she used the new broadcast innovation to host a weekly show, The Port That Built a City, which brought her maritime stories into Baltimore's living rooms from 1950 to 1965 and made her a local celebrity.
This is Captain Gerald Burgess, who is skipper of the SS or Neptune.
You know, the whole thrust of why I wanted to do that television series was to emphasize the economic development, the economic benefits that the Port of Baltimore provided to the state of Maryland.
Somehow during this period of 80-hour work weeks, she found time to marry her beloved Bill, becoming Mrs. Helen Delich Bentley. Helen fit right in with the longshoremen, mariners, and corporate bosses. Her years of reporting made her an internationally recognized expert on maritime issues, a skilled mediator between labor and management, and an energetic advocate for jobs and economic opportunity. In 1969, President Richard Nixon appointed Mrs. Bentley as chairman of the Federal Maritime Commission. She became the 4th highest-ranking woman in the history of America's federal government, the highest-ranking woman of Nixon's administration, the first woman to serve in a key governmental position in the maritime field, and the first woman appointed by a president to head a regulatory agency. She was a principal architect of the Nixon administration's 1970 Merchant Marine Act, which established a level of government support for building tankers and bulk carriers in U.S. shipyards. Bentley used her chairmanship as a platform to strengthen American industry. She continued that fight when she was elected to Congress in 1984 and became a leader against the transfer of jobs overseas. Bentley served 5 terms, representing Maryland's 2nd Congressional District. When Helen left Congress, she formed Helen Bentley and Associates, a maritime consultancy in Baltimore that represented a broad cross-section of companies and clients needing maritime advice, contacts, honest guidance, and reliable information. In 2006, during the port's 300th anniversary celebration, she was honored when Governor Bob Ehrlich renamed the port
Helen Delich Bentley.
Helen planned her own surprise birthday party for more than 400 people when she turned 90 in 2013.
For the Port of Baltimore.
I wanted to get it right, she explained. Political figures from the highest offices to local Baltimore folks whose lives she touched turned out to honor her.
She is still always working. I mean, 90 years old. My gosh, she's always coming to Washington.
Now, I do have here a letter from the Japanese ambassador. that because this is a mixed crowd with young people here, I won't read.
You helped me to dream bigger dreams. You helped me to understand things about me that I did not even know. You helped me to accomplish things that I never even dreamed of accomplishing. And you never talked about party. You never said, oh, this is an African-American guy from the inner city of Baltimore. You said what so many others have said, Paul Sarbanes and Mikulski and others have said. You were trying to make our world a better world. That was what it was all about. And I just stopped by here to thank you from the depths of my heart, and I will go to my grave appreciating the impact that you have had on my life. And you have had your fingerprints on the past with regard to the board. You have your fingerprints on the present, and you'll have your fingerprints on the future. May God bless you, my dear sister. Thank you very much.
On her sickbed, when asked by a visitor what she will miss most, she responded, "Oh, the people from everywhere, my dogs, and getting my hair done regularly." She asked, "How do I look?" "Well," said the visitor, "fabulous, feisty, and frail." Without hesitating, she responded, "I love being described with 3 F words." At a memorial service, her ashes were brought into her beloved port on a tugboat. Everyone said she would have loved it.